morning, Woodmore Prescott Elementary. This is Mr. Craner with our sixth book. We are almost through the first round. Sixth book in the Great Lakes Great Books Bracket Challenge. Today, as you can see by the cover, we're going to have Michigan State University's Spartan mascot, Sparty, take us through the journey of the Great Lakes State, visit some of our most popular destinations around the state. Now, I know already some of you are like, there's no way I'm voting for this book. I hate MSU, but you have to admit, and I'm not an MSU guy. I'm a U of M fan, but Sparty's a really cool mascot. So we're going to let him take us on a little trip today. This book is written by Amy Ariel, and hope you enjoy it. Sparty was enjoying a relaxing summer on the campus of Michigan State University. With football season fast approaching, Sparty decided to take one last summer vacation. He thought it would be fun to take a journey throughout the Great Lakes State, where he could see many interesting places and make new friends along the way. Sparty packed his bags and left his home inside Spartan Stadium. He admired the famous Sparty statue near the stadium before making his way to Beaumont Tower. Before leaving campus, Sparty ran into some of his friends. "Goodbye, Sparty. Have a nice trip," said Michigan State fans. The mascot hopped in the Sparty mobile and was on his way. Sparty's first two stops were right on Michigan State's campus. At the Abrams Planetarium, Sparty met an MSU scientist who taught him interesting facts about our planet and solar system. He was impressed by Sparty's curiosity. The scientist said, "Go State." Sparty's next stop was Michigan State's Kresge Art Museum, where the mascot admired art from around the world. After leaving Michigan State's beautiful campus, Sparty drove over to Lansing. Sparty knew that Lansing was the capital of Michigan, and he was excited to learn more about the state's government. The mascot ran into a young Spartan fan on the Capitol grounds. The fan cheered, "Hello, Sparty." Sparty traveled west to Grand Rapids, where he made a stop at the new MSU Medical Center. Sparty had fun visiting with patients and the medical staff. The doctors reminded Sparty to exercise often and to always eat his vegetables. Sparty's next stop was the historic Grand Rapids Library, where he checked out several of his favorite books. Sparty loved to read, especially books about mascots in Michigan State. Sparty continued to the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Library and Museum, where he learned about the only Michiganian to become President of the United States. Sparty toured the exhibits with great interest, but his favorite part of the tour was sitting behind the desk in the replica Oval Office. Sparty imagined himself as president. Sparty continued west to Grand Haven Beach along Lake Michigan. Sparty was excited to relax and soak up the Michigan sunshine. As he lounged on a beach chair, he noticed a group of children playing nearby. The children asked the mascot to help them build a sandcastle, but Sparty had another idea. He showed the children how to make a model of another important structure, Spartan Stadium. The children cheered, "Go State!" Sparty continued north along Lake Michigan to South Manitou Island. He had heard all about the lighthouse on the island, so he stopped there first. At the lighthouse, he ran into a young Spartan fan. Overhead, a flock of seagulls spotted the mascot and squawked, "Hello, Sparty." Staying on South Manitou Island, Sparty checked out Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. He toured the dunes with MSU alumni. The alumni sure were happy to see Sparty again. From the dunes, Sparty decided to water ski back to Michigan's west coast. The boat's driver called, "Go, Sparty, go." Sparty drove north all the way to Michigan's Upper Peninsula. To get there, he had to drive the Sparty mobile across the Mackinac Bridge. The mascot marveled at the scenic beauty that the Upper Peninsula had to offer. At Quamanon Falls, Sparty spent the day with Yoopers from the Upper Peninsula. The Yoopers said, "Welcome to the UP, Sparty." After a full day of exploring Michigan's great outdoors, Sparty and his new friends set up camp in the wilderness. The group gathered around a campfire to roast s'mores and swap stories. "Go green, go white," chanted his friends. Next, it was on to Mackinac Island by the way of the Mackinac Ferry. During the ferry ride, the mascot and his friends enjoyed spectacular views of Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, and the Straits of Mackinac. Sparty toured Mackinac Island on his bicycle. Everywhere the mascot pedaled, his fans recognized him. "Hello, Sparty. Welcome to Mackinac Island," said residents of the island. That evening, Sparty checked into the luxurious Grand Hotel. The mascot was greeted by Michigan State fans upon his arrival. They cheered, "Hello, Sparty. Go State." From Mackinac Island, Sparty drove south. After spending so much time in the Sparty mobile, the mascot was ready to get sporty. He grabbed his fishing rod and headed out on Saginaw Bay. In no time, the mascot hooked a big one. In a worried voice, the fish said, "Hello, Sparty." Next, Sparty traded his boots for a pair of ice skates. Sparty amazed the locals with his skating and puck handling skills. "Skate on, Sparty," said a hockey player. Finally, Sparty hit the links for a round of golf. On the 18th hole, he sunk an incredible putt to win the golf tournament. His playing partner said, "Nice birdie putt, Sparty." Sparty's next stop was Michigan's largest city, Detroit. There was so much to do in Detroit. At the Detroit Zoo, Sparty toured the animal exhibits and learned about each animal's habitat. He visited lions, tigers, elephants, and he even stopped to see a wolverine. Sparty didn't care much for the wolverine. From the zoo, Sparty went to Hart Plaza at the Detroit International Riverfront. He played in the water with other Michigan State fans. The fans called, "Hello, Sparty." At sunset, Sparty explored the Detroit River and enjoyed great views of the skyline. From the riverbanks, his fans yelled, "Hello, Sparty." That evening, Sparty attended a Red Wings hockey game. After a score, a hockey fan yelled, "Goal, Sparty." Between periods, fans were surprised to see Sparty driving the Zamboni. As the mascot drove from one end of the rink to the other, hockey fans cheered, "Hello, Sparty." Sparty was ready to explore more Detroit's culture and heritage. At the famous Fox Theater, he posed for a picture with a Michigan State fan. "Say cheese, Sparty," said the fan. Inside the theater, Sparty enjoyed a fabulous concert. Sparty picked up a saxophone and joined the fun. He delighted the crowd with his musical skills. The audience roared, "Jam on, Sparty." While in the Motor City, Sparty went to the Renaissance Center and inspected all the new car models in the showroom. He especially liked seeing the concept cars of the future. Michigan State fans said, "Check out the wheels, Sparty." Sparty wanted to learn more about cars. An engineer showed Sparty how cars are designed on the computer. Sparty designed a beautiful green and white sports car. After seeing how modern automobiles are made, Sparty went to the Henry Ford Museum to learn more about the history of the automotive industry. Sparty loved seeing the vintage Model T. "This car sure is a beauty, Sparty," said a nearby Spartan fan. Finally, Sparty made it back to East Lansing and his home at Michigan State University. Sparty took a moment to think about all the places he had visited and the many friends he had made along the way. As Sparty drifted off to sleep, he thought, "Go State. Good night, Sparty." So the last thing I'm going to say about this book, I know as I read through it, you might have noticed on the pages, kind of going back through them now, every picture, just about every picture has a caption with it. And I didn't read all those captions, but some of those captions include facts about our state, different things about what was on that page. Right now I'm on the page about the Grand Hotel, so this caption talks about the Grand Hotel opening in 1887. So if you're interested and want to know more about the state and want to check this book out yourself, again, this is another book that I got right from our library. So after I'm done with it, which will be in about a week, after spring break, you can go see Mrs. Schulte, and she'll be happy to help you find this book, and you can check it out and read it yourself.